Hi and welcome to my tips video on how to beat Mass Effect on Insanity. I've beaten the trilogy several times on Insanity with several classes. This is not an ultimate step-by-step guide, and instead I'm just going to show you how I beat the games and what builds I am using. Disclaimer, I am using mods, however none that I checked change the gameplay in any meaningful way, so these tips should also apply to unmodded games. Now that this is done, let's get into it. Right after the intro scene and your little chat with Kaiden and Joker, you can already go to your squad tennis and you have 3 points to spend. I'm gonna take this opportunity to talk about the build I'm going for and some of the abilities. As you can see, I'm playing as an adept, which means I get access to basic armor, just light armor. I can't upgrade to medium or heavy armor. Different classes can wear different armor. Basic armor, basically what it does, it increases your damage protection, gives you a shield boost ability. Shield boost, not needed or not really that good since we have barrier, but we're still gonna put points into it because in 5 points you unlock pistols. Your weapon on Insanity is gonna do 95% of the damage in the game, so you should unlock your specialization. At 3 points you get marksman, at max rank you get master marksman, increases your accuracy 60%, damage by 75%, and headshot damage by an additional 100%. Pistols are really good, they're really accurate, so it's a really good skill to have. Throw, lift, stasis, you don't need them. I think they're overrated. You don't need those abilities on Insanity. However, you should get 1 point into throw or lift if you can, otherwise you need Kaiden. Because he has throw for some enemies in this game, I will get to later. Warp is nice to have. Put it on someone, they take increased damage, but the main reason we're putting points into Warp is because of Singularity. And Singularity is one of the best, if not the best ability in the entire game, because at Master Rank, you can see it has a radius of 8.5 meters, that means it's a diameter of 17 meters, lasts 8 seconds, and it throws everyone who's caught in it into the air. They're gonna float around for these 8 seconds. And it goes through shields, so put it into a room, and basically everyone in the room is gonna float in the air for 8 seconds. They don't shoot back and makes it easier for you to kill them. Then we get Barrier, which is the best defensive ability in the entire game. Because at rank 1, you can see it bolsters your shields at Biotic Barrier that will absorb up to 400 points of damage. In comparison, you start off with only 80 shields. So you pick this talent and it's already 5 times the protection. But now I'll put the 1 point in there. Here would be your bonus skill, whatever you chose. You can also pick another weapon if you don't like pistols. I picked Decryption mainly for the ability to unlock crates. Then you have your class skill, boost, in this case boosts my biotic resistance and reduces recharge time, and then your Charm or Intimidate, which is up to you if you wanna go Paragon or Renegade. So last 2 remaining points I'm gonna put into basic armor to unlock pistols faster. And that's it. So here we are on Therum, and while we're here I can show you a neat little trick about the Mako. If you're facing enemies who shoot rockets like Gas Rocket Troopers or the Gas Colossi, or as you can see here even heavy turrets, they always aim at the front of your vehicle, so that when you drive forward they still hit you. However, you can also use that to your advantage by either hiding your front behind the wall or hill, like I am here, which is why these turrets can't hit me, while I can perfectly hit both of these turrets, no problem, or just driving backwards. Doing this, just kill these turrets easy, like that, and there's nothing they can do about it. There's another one here. As you can see, it goes to the front of the Mako, so if I get out in the open a bit more, like this, it goes to the front and it hits me. If I try to dodge by driving forward, well, this one misses, but you can see the window is way smaller. When I drive backwards, easy miss. So you can use this to your advantage, easily kill any enemy within the Mako. Okay, so here we are at Theron, the last fight of this mission. As you can see, it involves the Krog Battlemaster. There are also 4 Geths who spawn, but I already took care of them. They're easy to take out. Krogans are a hard enemy on Insanity, especially the early levels, because they have a lot of HP, a lot of defensive abilities like shield boost, barrier, immunity, and once you get them low, they just fall to the ground and regenerate all of the HP. So always keep shooting at them when you see that happening. Another thing is they do have shotguns, they do a lot of damage, so one way to deal with that is to always try to keep them at range. However, they will try to rush at you, and once they get close to you, they will try to headbutt you. That's their melee attacks, and melee attacks will go through shield and therefore also through barrier, which means it's always a one-shot on Insanity. So I still have my throw here. I already used my marksman to take out the Geth, but I still have my barrier to try and counter the shotgun. Both my teammates are still alive. I brought Garrus and Rex. So let's see how this goes. Rush this. This my throw. You can see he already took out both my crewmates very easily. So just run. Barrier for the shotgun. And he comes running. Always try to keep like a wall between so that it's not easy for them to rush you. I'm in range, he's swapping me, should be trying to rush right second round. Oh, he falls on the ground, as you can see, he generates a lot of HP. I'm gonna use my marksman ability here. Alright, swap, marksman. As you can see, he almost took me out from that range, so Krogans very hard to deal with. After Theron, you recruit Liara, which is your last and final squad member and part of my go-to team on Insanity. So let's go over my builds, my squad member builds, and some of the weapon and armor mods you get. So as you can see, I put only 5 points basic armor to unlock pistols, which I unlocked advanced marksman on. I maxed out barrier already. Put a couple of points into decryption to unlock average decryption objects. Max out intimidate because I always play renegade. Just 1 point into adept. Next I will probably max out pistols, then adept because adept reduces the recharge time on biotic talents, which means barrier. Your goal is to have always uptime on barrier. Reason I'm not unlocking singularity yet is because I have Liara. With Liara you go into warp until you unlock singularity, then max out singularity. Then I unlocked Asari Scientist, which reduces the recharge time on all biotics by 14%. That is singularity. It also first aid heals additional 70 points and reduces the recharge time on first aid by 40 points. First aid is also almost maxed out. All it does is increases your healing, so Liara is kind of your support / healer character. Lastly, Erdnot Rex. He's a Krogan, so he's really tanky. You can see it, he has combat armor, which unlocks heavy armor. He has fitness, which gives immunity, he has barrier, and his Krogan Battlemaster skill improves health regeneration. Also give him a shotgun. You can also stay on assault rifles, but I prefer shotgun, so I give him all of these. With combat armor, fitness, barrier, Battlemaster, he's really tanky, and because he's a Krogan, he's also harder to knock over with biotics. For equipment, well, I use pistols, I go there. For ammunition, you basically only need anti-personnel rounds versus organics. It's humans, Thorian Creepers, or the Ragnar. And armor-piercing rounds for Geth. Or turrets, or drones, whatever. I only have level 1 and 2 of these, but they're still better than basically phasic rounds. Phasic rounds, 30% shield bypass, but they also lose 30% damage. It sounds bad, but it's even worse. So you do less damage, and of that damage, even less, just a fraction goes through the shield. It's not worth it. You're just better off taking down the shields and then do 20% increased damage to them. For the weapon mod, I always use some kind of high caliber barrel, anything that increases your damage. Yeah, you lose some rate of fire, but it's pistol, it's kind of slow shooting anyway. Heat absorption doesn't matter, because you can just use marksman, which purges heat even if it is already overheated. For the Biotic Amp, I recommend focusing on power bonus, because power bonus also increases the amount of health your barrier has. Then duration bonus and cooldown bonus. It's armor, you can only wear light armor. Currently have the Scorpion 1. I put the Stimulant pack in it with 9% cooldown reduction. Basically your goal is to have 100% uptime on barrier. For Liara, she has no weapon specialization, I just give her an assault rifle. Mods don't really matter for her because she's not weapon focused. She has a tech tool though, so focus on shield bonus to increase her survivability, and then med recharge bonus. For the Biotic Amp, I recommend duration bonus for longer singularities. Armor, she can also only use light human armor, but I give her the shield battery, which increases her shield. Rex, I give him a shotgun, also with some kind of high caliber barrel, increases his damage. But for ammunition, I give him hammerhead rounds, increases weapon force, which is the chance of one shot knocking someone over. Later you unlock explosive ammo, which is also really good on your squad mates, especially Rex on a shotgun and Garrus on a sniper rifle. Biotic Amp, just give him anything that you don't use on yourself or on Liara. Armor, he can use obviously medium and heavy Krogan armor. I don't have any of these right now, but for mods you can use either armor plating, which increases his damage protection even more, or use a medical interface, which I don't have, which further increases his health regen. With this team, you basically have a tank, Rex, a healer, Liara, and yourself as a damage dealer. It will get you through any mission. So here we are on Luna mission. You should do this mission sooner rather than later because it unlocks your class specialization. And for this mission, I brought Rex again, but instead of Liara, I brought Tally. That's because of hacking, master AI hacking. Drives all but the toughest robotic enemies berserk. Duration 30 seconds, recharge time 40 seconds. What it does is you can hack one drone, and then the drone will either try to destroy another drone, or the hacked drone will get destroyed by the other drones. Either way, you're gonna get at least one drone destroyed, and the other drones are all gonna be distracted, so that's very good. Then just another points into first aid again. The 3 bunkers, if you destroy the first bunker, there's gonna be some toxic gas spread into the other bunkers. Doesn't do much. Second bunker destroyed, there are gonna be kinetic barriers at every door, also not a problem. And at the third bunker, if you destroy it, there's 3 more drones who are gonna spawn in the other room, also not a big deal. The biggest problem with this mission is the other drones that spawn in this big room here. And the easiest way for me to deal with them is to play around these 2 doors in this corridor here. And first, you're just gonna walk a bit inside, start shooting people to aggravate them. Come all the way back here, tell your squad mates to come back, because they will die instantly. Alright, taking damage. Tally, come back here please. Alright, while Tally is still there, I'm gonna try to hack this drone. It's hacked, as you can see. It's gonna start shooting the other drones, while at the same time getting shot at by other drones. Alright, first drone down. It's a rocket drone. Alright, go back a bit, wait for shields and barrier to regenerate. Actually, let me revive Tally as well. Heal everyone. Alright. You can see on the minimap there's still 3 enemies left. Just I'm gonna wait for hacking. And then I open the door, look for the rocket drone and hack this. Because it's the most dangerous drone of all. Rockets will one-shot you. Explosion damage will go through shields and barriers, so they will one-shot you. Actually only a few seconds left. I'll switch her to pistol, because I gave her a better pistol. Alright, so we have hacking again. Still gonna use barrier before open the door. Open door. walk in, press shift. You can see there's the assault drone, and the rocket drone. Rocket drone, we're gonna hack, and then immediately retreat. Alright, let's hack. See, the drones turned around to shoot at the rocket drone. Alright, there's just a rocket drone left, and attack. When fighting the rocket drone, always strafe left to right. Just go all the way to the left, you see it shoot, go all the way to the right, and you should be able to dodge it. Anyway, that's the first bunker. All three are gonna fight the same. I'm gonna still show all 3 dungeons, so see you then. Alright, so this is the second bunker, and I noticed that in the first bunker at the end I called it a dungeon. It's just the inner RPG player in me speaking, but dungeon, bunker, doesn't matter with the second one. And again, we're gonna play in this corridor around these 2 doors, walk in a bit, shoot. Alright, so they're coming, tell my teammates to come back because they like to rush in, even though they instantly die. Kelly's gonna struggle behind, alright. Can't see a rocket drone right now, so just gonna tell Tally to hack this drone. Oh. I guess I can't right now because... Okay, now I can. AI hack this one. Use barrier. Hack drone already dead, but it's another drone we don't have to worry about. It also distracted us, the other drones, enough to kill a second drone. Retreat. There's only 2 drones left. I'm still gonna revive Tally. Use a medkit. And just wait for our shields to regenerate. Alright, open the door. And carefully look around. You don't want to run into a rocket with a rocket drone. Okay, that's... As soon as they move forward, you just walk back to the door a bit. As you can see, Tally is already dead. Area. Wait for them to stop shoot. Heal Rex. Open door. And that's the second bunker done. Off to the last one. Alright, so this is the last bunker, and it's the same old, same old. Play this corridor. Walk in. Shoot a bit. Dodge the rocket. And just come back here, wait for them to get close. They will come from the left side as well. Okay, use barrier, tell your teammates to come back so the door closes. There's one very close, you can see on the map. Dodge the rocket. Okay, walk in. So we can target the rocket drone on the back, use AI hacking, immediately walk back out again. Okay, as you can see, they're all fighting the rocket drone. Shield slow, gonna walk all the way back, use shield boost. Heal up, there's only 2 drones left. I'm gonna use barrier. Push. It's a rocket drone, so dodge. Okay, so it's the rocket drone left. Actually, there's 2 rocket drones. There's 1 left. And that's the last rocket drone. However, this is not the last drone. There's gonna be spawning 3 more after you destroy the first conduit. Let's run through here. Oops. Need 1 more shot. Thing you can do, you can just shoot him above the kinetic barrier. So you don't have to destroy the barrier, makes it a little bit easier. So on the minimap you can already see there's 3 drones who spawn there. It's always gonna be 2 assault drones and 1 rocket drone. So we're gonna get close. You can see open the door, immediately hack the rocket drone. After we destroy this kind of area. Okay, there it is. Hack it. barrier, walk all the way back. One made it inside. Destroy it. Now we just wait for the other two drones to kill each other. Right, that's one drone destroyed. Open door, see who's lived. Assault drone, but it's low HP, and it's done. Destroy the remaining conduits. And that's it, that's done. Specialization class achieved. Press OK, yes. And I'm gonna take Bastion because improves barrier. You get improved barrier. Improved barrier restores 45 barrier per second, even if you're taking damage, so it's constantly regenerating. Really good. So yeah, that's Lunar Base. I first tried it. It can be hard, but I hope this guide helped you. So here we are on peak 15 on Novaria. This was right after we set on the neutron purge to kill all the Rachni and the hot labs. You can see Captain Mantralis is attacking us now in this big room, and I'm gonna use this opportunity to show you how good Singularity is. So I'm just gonna throw Singularity right on him. He's floating in the air. Or you can easily shoot him and there's nothing he can do about it. He can't use shield boost, he can't use barrier, he can't use immunity, the rest still floating around. Okay, he's dead. Sniper in the back, he's dead. Got sabotage, there's only the two left in the back, gonna take cover here. Hope Liara moves away from it. So we're gonna wait for Singularity, should almost be back up. If we throw it down here, we should get both of the remaining enemies. Let's wait a bit. Any second now. Alright, Singularity. He's floating. Let's move up. Shoot him. Easy, no problem. If you do all the side missions, which I highly recommend, you'll have to fight through several ships. This one in particular is with the biotic terrorists, the hostage situation. Basically what happens if you walk in, there's a 3-minute countdown that starts, that you have to clear out the ship and get to the hostage in. Again, I'm taking Liara and Rex with me. Rex has a higher threshold before getting ragdolled, so you just go in, tell him to stand over there to take some shots.
To me.
Right, now go there. As soon as he goes there, the timer starts.
Kill the hostage.
Immediately gets knocked down, which is unlucky. But you can see there's the one around the corner, so we're gonna Singularity that one. They're shooting Rex, which is fine. He's just laying on the ground. Stand there, let them shoot Rex. You can see they come running around the corner, but then they turn their back to me because they keep aiming at Rex. There's barrier here in case I get knocked down, I don't immediately die. Right, last one left. Melee have for some reason. Alright, that was the last one. And that's it. We're done in less than a minute. So basically send Rex for, let him get shot at so you can take out the rest and use Singularity when they come around the corner. Okay, so here we are in another mine. This one in particular is the Rachni infested mine, which is a very hard part of any Insanity run. That's because Rachni attacks, their melee attacks, as well as their acid spit will go through shield. Again, we're taking Liara and Rex. We're gonna move very carefully through here. See where they are. Right, they're spawning all these things. Right, they're getting pretty close already, so we're gonna use another Singularity. As you can see, Singularity hits them even back there. Another one close. Rex, use your shotgun. They also can be thrown, which is not a good use of throw as well. Right, that's the first one down. There's more going to be spawning here, yes. So just like with the rockets, you have to spray from left to right, so you don't get hit by their projectiles. Alright, that's another one down.
That's the last
Can't
of them.
go there.
I smell trouble.
Oh, another one here, didn't even notice it. Alright. So you can see Rex is just taking all the hits, but he's still
I
at
think we're done
almost
here.
max HP. Oh. See, you got hit once and we're basically half dead, more than half dead. Always try to have some cover between you. You can shoot around cover, but they just hit the cover because they are trying to aim for your center, your body center. As you can see, they're just shooting the cover left to me. Ragnar rushing, use throw. And get it down. More have spawned. Gonna have to run over here to hit it. Alright. Another one, just look where it is. It's right there. So we're gonna go around here. So we can shoot it from this side of the cover. Right, that's that one down. I think those already spawned, yep. Maybe this one, yep. Right, this one was kind of easy. There's another group coming here. Coming, so I'm gonna throw him. Oops. Took that one. Was my last medkit. There's another one over there. Alright, that's it. So now there's two bosses actually here. One left, one on the right. So I'd recommend a quick save here. Alright, next try. This time I waited a bit for my health to regen. And again, walk in. Hit them. Have them spawn, walk backwards into the tunnel. Keep walking backwards, so the door closes. Just wait a bit for your health to regen. Door. Basically, you just walk forward, shoot a couple of times, and then walk backwards. So the door closes and they don't attack you. Barely dodged that one. Alright, here's the big one spawning. Okay, open the door and immediately gonna throw a singularity in there. Focus the big one. He's dead. Now the small one, also dead. That's the first tunnel cleared. Unfortunately, there's another tunnel right next to this one. But it's the same thing. Run in, shoot a couple times, run out. Run in, shoot a couple times. When the big one spawns, use singularity and your weapon skill. I'm gonna do another save here. Let's see. Okay, walk in. This time it's spawning on the left side first. Walk in. This got hit, but it's okay. We still have some HP left. Keep regenerating. I'm actually gonna tell Rex to go up there, so he's gonna be their focus. He is shooting Rex. This one. Oh, Rex is dead, so we retreat, wait for the door to close. Revive Rex. Open the door. I'm not sure if the big one already spawned. Just gonna open the door, walk backwards, shoot this one. There's the big one spawn, Singularity. And he just falls through the floor and instantly dies. If you're lucky, that can happen, but if it doesn't, just use the weapon ability again and just shoot him, and that should be the way to clear the mines. It is hard, you should only get in here with max Mediger. I didn't, which is sucks. But yeah, just keep playing around the door, open it, shoot it, let it close, and the big one spawns. Use Singularity. Alright, so as you can probably tell by the background music, this is the last fight of the game. I'm gonna show you how I've built my character so far. I'm level 54 because I did most of the side quests except for the collectibles and maybe one or two. You don't need to be high level. Most importantly is that you max out basic armor, pistols, barrier, bastion, and spectre training. These are the skills that improve your damage and survivability the most. The extra points I just put in the description for, like, say, decrypt or open harder boxes, intimidate because I like playing renegade, singularity because it's singularity, and the rest of the points into warp for some slight extra damage. Liara, again, just full first aid, full singularity, then points into barrier for more survivability, and a sorry scientist for recharge time. Rex, also just max survivability with maxed out Krogan Battlemaster, barrier, and fitness and combat armor, and then maxed out assault weapons to shotgun and switching depending on the range of the enemies. For equipment, I use the Spectre pistol, the HMWP7, with, in this case, tungsten rounds, which is synthetics. For organics, you're gonna use shredder rounds. Mods, I use Scram Rail 9 and the Rail Extension 7, basically the highest damage mod I could find. Grenades, high explosive 10. Biotic M, the Savant 9, all around good stats. For armor, the Colossus 8, with the double kinetic buffer for cooldown reduction. Liara, I give her an assault rifle, the pulse rifle 10. Basic Omni tool, anything I can find that's good for her. Biotic M, that's the one I used before, the 7-7, and for armor, the Ursa 7 with more shields and kinetic exoskeleton for more shields and shield recovery. Rex, he has the Breaker 8, the assault rifle which I rarely use, most importantly the Sokolov 8 shotgun with high explosive rounds, frictionless material 8 for heat damping so you can fire more often, and another Scram Ray for just more damage. Any Biotic Amp you can give him. And for armor, the Colossus 9 with damage mitigation and a medical exoskeleton for health regen. And to show you, this is actually Insanity. Insanity, never turn it off. Always on Insanity, always play on Insanity. For this fight, 7th fight, you can just keep firing at him. Like at this point in the game, you have enough damage that you can don't have to shoot the other guys that are spawning in the middle of the fight. Just keep focusing him. Try not to get hit by his red laser, that disables your gun. Yara, use warp. Rex, use your shotgun please. This fight's actually pretty simple. Keep shooting him, keep shooting him. Gonna jump, jump, jump again. Gonna stay there. Rex already used Carnage. Guess he can use Barrier. I reapply Barrier. cover a bit. There he is. Kinda looks him there for a second. Keep shooting him. Keep focusing him. Here, getting cover here a bit. Just keep shooting Siren, just ignore the other guys. That's it, phase 1 done.
Siren's too strong. We have to pull back. Negative. This is our only chance. Take that monster down no matter what the cost.
Alright, phase 2, just same old, same old. Keep focusing him. Just keep shooting at him. Keep shooting, keep shooting. Overheated, use your weapon ability. Shoot him. Alright, I'm getting lasered. So my weapon overheats. Take cover here for a bit. If you want, if that's kind of overwhelming with the gap, you can just use singularity on them to kind of CC them for a bit. Or stasis even if you really need to. Other than that, just keep shooting him. Alright, dodge the laser so he doesn't overheat your weapon. Just keep shooting at him. Shield is down, so he's gonna go down pretty not fast now. Lost him there again. Just keep shooting him, always shoot him to prevent his shield from regenerating. And that's it. First try, well technically second, but my game crashed at the first try. But it's it. Beat the game on insanity.
Its shields are down. Now's our chance.
Hit it with everything we got.
Hard on my flank. We're going in.
And that's it, that's the end of the video. So, to recap, get Barrier and build into it if you can. It's the strongest defense ability in the entire game. If you play a non-biotic, like Soldier, get Immunity and build max health and health regen. Or get into shield boost and get as much shield as you can. For companions, use Rex as a tank and Liara as a healer, and for crowd control, Singularity for groups of enemies. I hope you enjoyed and learned a few things. See you in the next video.